Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Artie Hoffman, the Angels and Answers Comedy Hour. No, I'm gonna be connecting with you guys, and I'm going to be sending all my positive love and energy to you. So send in your questions about whatever it is you want to know, because we never know what's going to happen until the moment happens. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys. And before we start off our show, please, all of you, all right, and I mean all of you, if you could send little prayers out there to all our friends out in the Texas area, into southern Texas and Houston, Texas. They really need our help in every which way. If you have any extra money that you could share, that you could send out that way, it would be a blessing. Even if it's $5, it makes no difference. Every little bit counts. But, we got to spread the love. We got to share the love. We got to help out, people who are in need. And we know that if, God forbid, it was to happen to us, that, people from around the world and around the country would also be helping us out. So we got to, do our part and do whatever we can. If you don't have the extra few shekels to share, then please just at least send your positive, loving energy, your prayers. Everything helps. Everything counts. And don't ever think that too little is too little. Anything is fantastic. And not just for the people, for all you pet lovers out there. People need help also with their pets and with the animals out there. So everyone's hurting out there. So we got to do what we can with our part. And I will be posting up a few places probably by tomorrow as far as where we could send our donations and our help, clothes, whatever, to. So for all of you who have like a ton of clothes that you don't know what to do with, send it out there. All right, for all of you that need to clear out your closets and you have more crap than you know what to do with, we need to send it out there. All you girls with all those shoes, you got to send it out there. You have too many shoes. You have too much stuff. Your kids, all the hand-me-downs, send it out there. Send it out to Houston. We got to, spread the love. We got to build it up. We got to take care of them really bad. They are our neighbor. It is our country. We got to help out as much as we can. Way back when, and I'm going to tell you the blessings that can happen. What happened to me with Katrina when New Orleans got hit, going back, I guess, about 8 years ago or so, maybe, give or take. I volunteered myself. I volunteered my time for 5 weeks. And I was in a position where I could do so. And I went out there for 5 weeks, and I met the coolest people. And, I did healing while I was out there. And I did massages while I was out there. And I was getting rave reviews, I got to tell you. So, but I met the coolest people while I was out there. And people from all around the country. Everyone was in a good mood. Everybody was like doing their part, wanting to help. And so what I did, because I drove my van, I just bought a brand new van, and it was a caravan. It wasn't one of those utility vans. It was a caravan. It was brand new. It was great. So my job for an organization out there, I forgot the name of the organization that I worked for, but I would bring people from the airport to, I'll call it the war zone, because that's what it looked like, a war zone. And kids were coming in by droves from universities, and all kinds of groups were coming in, and we were helping out our part to clear out the houses. And, and so what happened was the churches and the public schools out there, because they were all devastated, so there was an organization that cleared out the schools and the churches, and in return for us doing that, they allowed us to have free stay out there. So people were camping out there, and they used all the classrooms and all the hallways, and people were like with their sleeping bags, and so everybody put their positive energy out there, and I have a feeling this is what's probably going to happen with Houston too. So everybody needs our help, and it's a great thing, and it's such a blessing, it really is. So but I mean, I met like I said, the nicest people while I was out there, and I'm still good friends with a few of them, and it was worth every moment of it. And so yeah, so it was really cool. So like I said, so I would drive to the airport, I would pick up the people who were volunteering and bring them to the area where everyone was helping out. And then the people, when they were finished, sometimes they just stayed for a few days, which was cool. That's fine, whatever they could do. But the enthusiasm was great. I felt like I was at a Woodstock convention because it was like, yo, dude, peace and love, all those kind of people were there. So, 60s, 70s type people, but they were younger generation, but everyone was just so cool. So I would take them from the war zone and bring them back to the airport. And so that was my part besides doing massages. And, so if you could donate food or whatever, so that would be really cool. I want to mention, that the winner, the winner for last week's sharing my Facebook live show is Darlene Samino. Congratulations, Darlene. So you won a free half hour with me. So Darlene, you got to give me a call or give me a text at 732-778-7173. Excuse me again. I'm sorry. I got gas in my chest here, and I'm trying to burp it out. So if you want a private reading, besides going on air, which I'll start to do the free reads real soon, I promise. But if you want a private reading or host your own psychic party, give me a call at 732-778-7173. And what is this? What's going on there, Laura? Hit the volume. All right, we're all cool. So just little technical difficulties behind the scene. But if you want to have your own Artie party, psychic party. So I had an awesome party in White House Station last week, and it was very successful. And and I got to tell you, this was so cool. So here I am. All right, so my girl Allison is doing her thing out in one of the Carolinas, and she was having a little rough, and trying to make sales. And so I says, don't worry, I'm going to send you positive energy. And so I burned the money incense for her, and in that one day that I burned the money incense, she gained, what was it? I think it was over 5,000 in sales. So for that one day, whereas previous she didn't have any. And then I burned this and it worked. The money incense is the bomb. And then she just did a closing, and that was really cool. She just did a closing while she's there in the Carolinas, and she did a closing in Staten Island. How cool was that? And so she made money doing that, again, because I burned the money incense. And I said, I'm going to send all positive energy to you. So, and people have been winning money with this sucker, I'm telling you. So again, if you want to know about the money incense, and it brings on prosperity, okay? It smells awesome, and so far everyone's been really liking it. So it's really cool. It really is. It's unbelievable how this stuff works, but it does. And so I'm really excited about it. So you just have to, or you could also email me in regards to the money incense, or text me. Email me at artiehoffman@gmail.com. ARTIEHOFFMAN. It comes 10 in a pack. Give me a call and I'll tell you, or give me a shout, email or text me, and I'll tell you how much it is. I don't want to be an infomercial right here with the thing, but I am telling you about it. So if you text me or email me, that'd be really cool, and I'll get it out to you. So, so I've been having some really, really good reads and powerful affirmations, and people have been pulling through. And I just did a reading for this one party, and already they're telling me things have been happening, and it was really cool. And this one girl calls me up for a private reading, and she was telling me about her relationship, and I said, I have a feeling that he's going to freak out on you. I said, don't respond to him right away. And I said, tell him you want to FaceTime. And I said, he's not going to like that. He's going to freak out. And I said, with that, I have a feeling that's what's going to end it. And sure enough, that's what she did. And then I told her about, what else I said? I told her, I said, somebody close to her was having problems with the hip or the knee. And I said, they're going to be needing a knee replacement or a hip replacement. And sure enough, 2 days later, that's exactly what ended up happening. Her friend was telling her about her problem with her knee and needs a replacement on that. So it's like back to back. So thank God for the spirits and the angels. So the magic that I've been working for other people is the same magic that I'm about to give to you now. And I can't wait to get started. So we're going to start it right now. Oh, I got to let you know, starting next week on Sunday, all right, at 9 p.m., is going to be the new time, the day and time. I'm going back to Sundays starting Labor Day. Labor Day weekend. It's going to be Sunday, 9 p.m. And from that point on, it's going to be Sundays, 9 p.m. All right, for the 1 hour show, Eastern time. Laura, can you please tell me what the first question is?
First one I have is from, where did she go here? Teresa Casterly Chiaminto. She says, hi, Artie.
Hey, Teresa.
My friend passed away on July 10th, only 57 years old.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry to hear that.
She died in her sleep. Would you happen to know what happened to her? Did you get anything from the angels?
Okay. So what I'm picking up was something, it was, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it had something to do with her heart. I'm getting something with an aneurysm around the valves of her heart that went. And I felt like she did go in her sleep, and I felt like she went very quickly. And for some reason, I don't know why, she keeps on showing me a flag, and it's going back and forth with the flag, and I don't know what this means. So, was there, did she receive a flag? Did you just receive a flag? Was she in the color guards or something? Or are you in the color guards? But she keeps on showing me with excitement, like these flags that's going back and forth. So I don't know what these flags are, what they actually mean. But that's what she's showing me. But she's telling me that she's in good spirits. And she said, please send my love to everybody. And there's also something about a front step. She's showing me something within the front steps, whether it be of your place or her place. But she's saying something about the front steps that needs to be fixed. So there you go. But that's what I believe what happened to her. But she said she's in good spirits. And she says, don't freak out when the lights go on and off, because that's going to be her. Okay, what do we got? I
have Margarita Varelli.
Margarita Varelli. Congratulations.
Hello,
hey, what's going on?
My question is, I see numbers 4 and 7 everywhere over and over again for years now. It must mean something. Can you shed some light on this, please?
Yes, I happen to know what 4-7 means, only because I personally see that a lot myself. And what those numbers mean is congratulations, you're heading in the right direction. You're doing the right thing. So, and you have support from the angels. And that's what 4774 means. And 74 happens to be my birthday, July 4th. So, yeah, so that's what it means. So the angels are congratulating you that, for what it is that you're doing in your life or the direction of where you're going. They're supporting you, and they're saying, yes, you're heading in the right direction. What do we got?
I have from, where'd it go here? Melissa Wood Santiago. Hi,
Melissa Wood Santiago. How you doing, Miss Santiago?
My niece lives in Dickerson, Texas, and is now under a mandatory evacuation.
Wow.
But has decided to stay.
Wow.
Will her and her boys be okay? Do you get anything from the angels?
Wow. Huh. Well, there's someone who's true to her convictions. Literally, I feel like things are going to get a little harder for her, because I literally heard a voice in my head that said, leave Dodge now. I have a feeling that she's she's going to do what she can. She's not so much as worried about herself. I mean, yes, she's worried about her kids, but I have a feeling she's going to end up really doing everything she can to help out other people around her. She's a very true blue person, not to mention very strong and ornery. And I feel like the reason why she didn't want to leave is because she doesn't want to leave the other people in despair. And so I feel like she's not just so much as worried for herself. I mean, yes, she's concerned, but I feel like she wants to do her part to try to help out other people. And I feel like that's why she's staying. Do I feel like she'll be okay? I feel like overall she will be okay. Will the circumstances be a little rough for her? Yeah, they will. Are there going to be inconveniences? Yeah. I'm also getting that the power outage is going to be pretty strong around her. So, I mean, God knows if she could use a generator, because that would definitely be helpful. But, good luck on trying to get a generator out there. I'm sure they're all like sold out, bought out, whatever. But will she be okay? I feel like she will, but she's going to be really busy.
Her boys have already done that last night, she says.
Oh, that's really cool. Her boys already started doing that. Yeah. See, they don't want to leave because they feel like if they leave, then it's like leaving your kids behind. It's like leaving your friends behind. And they don't want to leave. So there are going to be some inconveniences. But, they're troopers and kudos to them. I mean, they're angels on earth. So again, everybody, show your true colors and let's see what we can do. And this is about putting everything into perspective, about counting your blessings. We all have it a little rough. Or let me say most of us do. We all have our challenges. But this is about, trying to help out other people who've lost everything. And so now it's time to see what you're about and take what little you have or what you can share. And what little you can share, please share it with others and show your loving blessings. And it does come back to you. Believe me, it comes back to you. So let's do the American thing. Let's do the righteous thing and help out other people. And, I can't say that enough. So, again, and if you don't have it, please don't feel guilty. At least share your prayers and your loving energy towards them. Okay, what do we got?
I have Kathy Sue Rizzo.
Kathy Sue Rizzo. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
Going back to the numbers again. I always see the number 4. My children were born on the 4th.
We were just talking about 4 today. Lord and I was just talking about the 4th. I was born on the 4th.
Yep, and everything in my life is around the number 4. What does that mean?
4, you're very lucky because 4 represents angels. And that's exactly what it means. When you see a string of 4s, it means your angels are around you. And that's exactly what it means. It doesn't mean anything more, anything less. It's just letting you know that you are blessed with having angels around you. So I just want everyone to know that everybody, every single soul is born with guardian angels. And your life will become more harmonious, your life will become more balanced, and your life could be more prosperous and happier when you literally say, I call upon my loving guardian angels. Thank you for intervening into my life. Thank you for sharing your miracles, and thank you for coming into my life and helping me out with, and say whatever it is you want. Don't give me this bull crap and say, oh, other people need it more than me, or oh, I don't want to bother them. We all have guardian angels, and their specific job is to help us out. That is their job. Now, the only way that a guardian angel is allowed to help you out without you asking them is if you're in a do-or-die situation, it's not your time to go yet, then your angels will intervene into your life to save you. And, I had a blessing just a couple of days ago because I was driving on a very busy highway in the Woodbridge Township area. And I always make it my business that when I'm driving, I never tailgate. I drive a far distance, like probably about at least 50 yards behind the car in front of me, 50 to 100 yards behind the car in front of me, because, I need a chance to respond. Well, it just so happened, like right in front of me, there was a car that came from the other lane and head-on collision with the car that was in front of me. And so the girl, it was a young girl, and she clipped the car. It went like across the highway, clipped the car in front, and she continued across the highway onto the lawn of an apartment building. And the other people were like dead stopped. And thank God I had enough room to slow down and to go around it. And I looked over, and so either the girl was either on her cell phone or she fell asleep because it was an early Sunday morning. And the family, there was a husband and wife team, they were in their like late 50s, early 60s, and they were like in shock. And I drove right by them really slowly. Now, there was nothing that I know that I could do personally for them to physically help them because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. So what I did was instantly I called the police. And I told the Woodbridge police to get help over there right away. And I told them exactly where the place was. I told them the address. And I said, these people need help right away. So that was my part. And and it was really cool because a few hundred yards later, I saw a police car going the other way, like going right by me, heading right towards the accident. And they were like flying. So that made me feel good. So so that's what I suggest. It's not like the old days where, people used to pull over to the side of the road. There are a few people who do that. It's not the healthiest thing because you never know what you're dealing with people, with strangers. So, but whenever I see a person stuck on the side of the road or in need, I personally don't stop, but I will call 911 and I'll pay attention to the road. I'll pay attention to the road I'm on, the direction where I'm going. I pay attention to the mile marker. Excuse me, and I will call for help to bring, a policeman or a tow truck or somebody to their aid. So that's something that I always do. I'm sorry. So if you can do that, that would be really helpful. So, try to be more consciously aware to help out your fellow man. So, I mean, that's personally what I do. I'm not, if you want to do it, great. And if not, then don't worry about it. So, but hey, every little bit counts. What do we got?
A message from Debbie Brown.
Hello, Debbie Brown.
My dad passed away in February of 2013.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
And I became pregnant in September of 2013. My husband and I had a lot of trouble. Any messages to my son Parker from my dad? Her dad who passed away in February of 2013.
Okay. It's funny. I could literally hear this older gentleman's voice. And he said, you know what? I'm very proud of my boy. And he's talking about your son, his grandson. And he's very mature for his age, too. He said, you don't have to worry about him. He said, do what you feel is necessary. Do what is right. And your son will adjust. He said, you have a habit of trying to overly protect him. And he said, don't worry about him. He's a mature soul. He's an old soul. And he's more concerned about you because he's always looking at you. Are you okay? Are you okay? So he just wants mommy to be okay and do what is necessary. I feel like counseling will help, but honestly, I don't feel like if that's the overall cure. So he said, but don't stay in a situation because of your son if it's too overwhelming. But he said compromise is the answer. And I keep on seeing something about flowers. So I keep on seeing flowers in a vase, whatever that means. So I don't know if this is something that your mom loves or that this is what you gave to your dad or your dad loves flowers. But I keep on seeing a beautiful vase with flowers in it for whatever that's worth. What else is he saying? Did somebody do tap dancing? I feel like there's something with tap dancing. And I'm seeing something also with something with Shirley Temple. So whether it be your mom or your dad who used to love watching Shirley Temple, or they used to tap dance, or as a matter of fact, don't be surprised if you're not the tap dancer, that probably your son could be a great tap dancer. But I keep on seeing something with tap dancing. I'm seeing something with Shirley Temple. But your dad's in good spirits. He supports you 100%. And he said, sweetheart, keep talking to me. He goes, I hear you, baby. I hear you. So, but you have his love and support. And he said, sweetheart, do whatever it takes to balance the energy. He said, be strong. He said, don't be a wimp. He says, do what's necessary. Have a talk with him. And if he's not willing to compromise, he said, don't hang in. He says, you want to be with somebody who really cares about you. But he says, things can be worked out. Things can be better. He says, but you just got to really communicate and talk to one another. But don't overbaby your boy.
Next. From Tiffany M Walsh.
Tiffany M Walsh. How you doing, Tiff?
She says, it has been 4 years since my husband passed.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Are there any messages from my husband
Don't.
Oh, pardon me. Does he see me finishing school and finding love?
Okay.
Do you sense anything?
Yep. All right, so what I'm picking up right now, I keep on hearing, please don't blame yourself for anything. Don't blame yourself for anything. I'm getting, what could I have done? I'm getting a repeat, what could I have done? Mm-hmm. I keep on seeing something about don't blame. You are going to finish school. He said, don't feel guilty about having another companion, another person in your life. He said, I 100% support you. He said, I'm going to send you a really nice looking guy. He says, not as good looking as me. He's talking about himself when he said that. He says, but I will send you a nice looking guy and somebody who's going to be very compatible for you. He's also strongly mentioning something about the 19th. All right, so I don't know if this is a birthday or an anniversary, but I'm getting something big time about the 19th. So if you can't relate to this now, then this could be the 19th that you are going to be meeting your next significant other. But there's something about the 19th. Now, I'm going to play with the number 1 and 9. So 1 and 9 could also represent January 9th, right about January 9th, or approximately September 1st. All right, so 1 and 9. But if not, then it is the 19th. But he's sending me a strong signal that for some reason the number 19 is very significant. And I keep on seeing something about a fire. Was there a fire that you had to put out? Because I keep on seeing a fireman's hat. I keep on seeing a fire sticker. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what this means, but hopefully you will. What do we got?
I have Eileen J Magana.
Eileen J Magana. How you doing, Eileen?
And she says,
Magana. Oh, okay. I know Eileen. Duh. Hello, Eileen.
She says, hey, Artie, is my sister Cookie finally serious about ending her abusive marriage with her husband? She's been off and on for years, and it's really stressing out the family. She keeps taking him back. Is this the end? She
wants to end it, but it's not the end, unfortunately. She's stuck. It has to do with worthiness issues, and if she could come and see me, I could definitely help her get through this so she can move on into the next part of her life. This is one of my strongest fortes. I mean, so not only am I a pretty decent psychic and medium, but also I'm a very good life coach, and I help people rewire their thought process so they're not stuck where they don't belong. And so once I, am able to give her some wholesome advice from the spiritual world, it will give her the courage to move on. But she really does need a full session with me. Now, please, everybody, try to understand that when I say this, you need a reading with me. I'm not saying this just for my business purpose. It's not just for my benefit. This really is. Because this is a show, so I'm able to give you certain kind of answers, all right? But some people need in-depth answers. So far, every single person who has called me, to my knowledge, I've really been able to help out a lot. And people have been, giving me, pleasant affirmations and recommendations in regards to all the information that I've been giving them and soulful advice and helpful advice. So it makes me just keep on wanting to keep on doing this. So yeah, I would be able to help her out. And again, for all of you, if you feel really stuck and you need really in-depth answers and you don't know who to go to, hey, call me the Ghostbuster. So who should you call? Artie Hoffman. There you go. Okay, what do we got?
I have a message from Linda Musso.
Linda Musso. Hey, sweetheart.
Artie, I woke up to a male voice calling my name in my sleep and woke up saying, what? I'm the only one in the apartment. What could it be? Thank you.
Okay.
Any idea?
Okay. Who's the Italian? I keep on hearing an Italian name. It almost sounds like a Sal Romeo or I don't know. I'm getting something, but Sal Romeo, it's not literally. I actually had a friend, Sal Romeo. He died in his 80s, I believe. Awesome gentleman. And I haven't thought about this guy like since forever. So I don't know if there is a Romeo or if there is a Sal in your life or if it's just an Italian. But I'm getting somebody. It was a gentleman, very fatherly, very loving, a really good heart, soft spoken, but a really, really good person. I feel like that you should know who this is. I really do. And I feel like you know this person. I keep on seeing the number 10. So the number 10 is very significant with this connection as far as who it could be. 10. I'm getting something with 01 or 10. So it's either with the 1st or the 10th. Or it could be January 10th or January 1st or October 1st, October 10th. Something with the 1 and the 0 that's connected with this gentleman who crossed over. So hopefully you'll be able to understand what the hell I'm talking about. But I'll give it my best. Really quickly, I just wanted everyone to know that if you do want a private reading from myself in person or over the phone, I'm just as accurate over the phone, and you can get a recording if you want. And they say, Artie, how do you do that? How can you do it over the phone? The same way that I'm doing it right now, but it is Facebook Live. But how do I do that over the phone? It has nothing to do with the physicalness of the world. It's all spiritual. All right. Spirituality has nothing to do with the physical world in the sense of being able to communicate, being able to create miracles. The spiritual world could break all the physics of science and make up its own rules and make things happen out of left field. So one of my friends was just telling me yesterday that he went downstairs. He just told me yesterday. It just happened last week. He went in his basement. He has a finished basement. And the clock that was on the wall was literally sitting perfectly healthy, and only him and his mother live in the house. The clock was sitting perfectly healthy right in the middle of the floor. It wasn't broken. His mother didn't touch it. He didn't touch it. Nobody was in the room. He has sensors for security all around. The sensors did not go off, and the clock just literally sat right in the middle of the floor, and it freaked him out. He goes, Art, who do you think it is? I said, duh, it was your dad, and because his dad passed. And so he says, what do you think he's trying to tell me? I said, don't worry about it. Time's still on your side. So that was my answer to him. But he's always in a rush. He's always anxious to get things done. So,
the message from Janica.
Janica?
Sorry,
Janica?
Janice. Orr, my bad.
Janice Orr. Okay, Janice.
Hi, Artie.
Hey, sweetheart.
My father-in-law passed away in 2014.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My son Kyle would love to know if his pop Joe, also known as Stump, has any messages for him. He would love to know if he is okay.
Okay. It's funny. He says, of course I'm okay. That's exactly how he said it. And he goes, I'm just floating around. I'm having a good time. I'm traveling here. I'm traveling there. He goes, I'm all over the place. And he goes, the food here is unbelievable. So I take it he was big time into food. And what is it? Was there something about going on with a pillow fight? Or was there something funny in regards into the bedroom? Something with the pillows? Did you have a pillow fight? Or I'm hearing loud snoring also. But I'm getting like I don't know, something crazy or funny with the pillows. How silly is that? Do you have a special pillow in his honor? Is there like some kind of an engraving? Hold on a second. Pillow. I keep on seeing something with a pillow, something with a heart, or a pillow with an engraving that says I love you. It's funny. I'm hearing the song from Stevie Wonder. No, it's from Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you. So if you hear the phone ring and there's nobody on the other end, that's your dad. Or don't be surprised if you see his old phone number come up in your phone. Again, that will be his hello to let you know I love you. And he says, come on, let's go out for some ice cream. So that's his little hello to you.
I have a message from Loren Colangelo.
Loren Colangelo. Hey, Loren.
My mother-in-law has Alzheimer's and is moving
I'm sorry to hear that.
Moving back to Italy forever, so her daughter can care for her. My father-in-law doesn't want to go with her. Will he change his mind?
I don't think he's going to change his mind. No, honestly, I'd be shocked if he did. I feel like personally, it's hard for him to see her in this position, and there's something about going back home where there's certain animosities, and he has it pretty good here. So there's a couple of reasons why he does not want to go there. And like I said, I feel like it's a bit overwhelming for him to go back to his hometown and then he needs a break from your mother. Visiting her is fine, but it's very hard for him personally to see your mother like that. So do I feel like he's going to go? I'd be shocked if he did. I don't think he's going to, though.
I have one from Kari Stewart.
Hey, Kari, how are you? Kari Stewart.
She says, I lost my mom in June, and I'm having a hard time going on without her. Can you tell me anything?
All right, so this is what I tell a lot of people to help mourn and to help heal from a situation when you lose a loved one. Actually, you could have a regular conversation with them on a daily basis, and I mean that literally. If you were to physically write to them, if you write, what was it, her mom, she said?
Her mother-in-law.
Her mother-in-law, all right. So if you write to her, all right, you could talk about how much you miss her. You could talk about the weather. You could talk about what's going on in your life. You could talk about the yesteryears. You could ask her for advice. But as you're writing a letter, physically writing a letter to her, keep journals about it. She's reading it in that moment. And while you're doing this, you're going to start to imagine her talking to you. Only guess what? It's really not your imagination. That's her really talking to you. And, you know, it's crazy, but you're going to say, oh, that's just my thoughts. I'm just, you know, thinking silly or stupid. But you're going to say, you could even ask her, say, Mom, throw me a sign. Throw me a sign. And you're going to end up, I'll tell you, one of the signs is you're going to end up finding a coin on the steps. All right. And that's going to be one of the signs. And you're going to say, how the hell did that get there? But I'm definitely seeing coins on the step. And that's going to be one of her friendly hellos to you. But she's kind of laughing and smiling right now. She goes, I can understand you missing me. She goes, if I wasn't around myself, I'd be missing me too. So she's being kind of playful about it. And I take it, if I'm not mistaken, was she like a really good cook or a really good bake? Because she's saying, oh, the only reason why you're missing me is because of my cooking or my baking. And she's kind of laughing about it. So I don't know if she means that literally or she's just like joking around about it. And she goes, you're just missing because of my cooking. So that's pretty funny. Oh, I got to tell you something funny that just happened in a reading. And this lady who I was communicating to, I was talking to her, I was doing a phone reading, she's in Florida, and she missed her son terribly. And who wouldn't miss their kids, you know, if they passed? Well, any of your loved ones, it doesn't have to be kids. But she was missing her son terribly. And she said, wait, what's that, the son? Yeah. And the son said, Ma, it's killing me not to be with you. And I thought that was so incredibly funny because he had an incredible sense of humor. He goes, Ma, don't worry about me. And he goes, you know, it's killing me not to be with you. And it actually also happened with another couple, a wife who was left behind, and her husband said the same thing. And I thought that was so funny, you know. So they really do have a sense of humor on the other side. And after 911 happened, I had so many people pull through, and I was, communicating to people who've passed on, and some of them were still barbecuing and joking around and having their beers and stuff like that. So I gave a lot of elaboration in regards to 911 and the people who lost their loved ones. So, and that was a very healing process also after that happened, you know, to be able to give people solace. And so what do we got now?
We have a message, I guess, from somebody from a prior
reading?
Prior reading, and it says,
okay.
From Sanjay McGowan.
Sanjay McGowan, okay.
It just says, hey, Artie, I just want you to know that the money incense works very well. The very first day I used it, I won the lottery that evening.
Wow. How cool is that? You see? I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I'm telling you, This money incense is the bomb. Thank you, Sanjay, for telling me that. So you think I'm kidding around, and I kid you not. Now, this isn't just about winning money. This is also about, if you want to bring love into your life. Prosperity isn't just about money. It's also about, finding a job, but, or whatever it is that you're trying to, conjure in your life. So what the hell does conjure mean? I don't know. I'm impressed because I didn't go to college, so I'm using all my big words today. So, no, but the money incense really works, I'm telling you. So it does draw prosperity to you, and it's the bomb. Thank you so much for that affirmation. I love to hear it. And so you get 10 in a pack. And if you email me, artiehoffman@gmail, I'll tell you how you can get it. All right. And I'll tell you how much, but it comes 10 in a pack. Smells freaking awesome. It really does. And they're very long, very large, and it lasts a long time, and it'll make your place smell good, if anything. But it really does. It's the bomb. And my honey really, she ended up generating an awesome amount of money in a very short period of time. So I promise you, this stuff really works for a lot of people. So, and you burn one every 3 days, and I'll be sending you a prayer, a prosperity prayer to bring it in and stuff. So it was really cool. I just wish that the lady who won the lottery, the big lottery, I wish she bought the money incense, because I would be like flying with this stuff. I wouldn't have to work another day of my life. I'd just be selling money incense. Can you imagine? I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting for one of you to hit the big one using the money incense, so that I can retire, because I'm just going to be selling the money incense. No, don't worry. I'll tell you what, if that happens, somebody hits the big lottery, maybe I'll do, my free readings even longer. How's that? So, but if anybody wants to get the money incense or get a private reading or a party, just give me a call at 732, or text me 732-778-7173, or email me artiehoffman@gmail, ARTIEHOFFMAN, and and I'll tell you how to get it and how much it is and all that. So it's really cool. I've been selling, oh my God, a lot of them have been going, off the charts, and I just ordered a bunch more. So again, I just want to mention that the winner, if you share my Facebook video, okay, you get entered into a drawing. And last week's winner for sharing my Facebook, I entered into a drawing to win a free half-hour reading with myself. Hello, maybe I'll tell you what you win. So, and it's Darlene Semino is the winner from last week. And it's been really cool. It's been very prosperous. And all your hearts, everybody, I love you guys. I love that positive energy that pulls through. So just know that my intentions are with the best. And again, if I say things to you that might not make any sense in the moment, sometimes it's not until days, weeks, or months later. So, and just understand when the questions come up, we just pull them out randomly. So don't think that I'm ignoring anybody. I'm not, So, again, I love your hearts. I love you guys, and all that positive energy. It's so cool. All right, what do we got, hon?
I have a Jessica Mort Rollo.
Jessica Mort Rollo. Okay.
She's saying, I would love to hear from my husband that passed away in 2008 and my older son who passed away in 2000. Would love to hear from either one. If you can.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, my heart goes out to you. As soon as you said that, did they used to go fishing? I see something with fishing. Or at one point, did you own one of those silly fish? I'm sorry, I'm scratching my eye. It itches like a son of a gun. But did you also own one of those silly fishes that sang that was hanging on the wall or whatnot? For some reason, as soon as you said that, I saw something with a fishing pole. And I'm getting that there's still something very important, either that you just got in the mail or that you're going to get in the mail soon, in regards to either your husband or your son. And it's going to something about freaking you out. I don't know why. But there's something that you're going to be getting in the mail. Huh?
Jessica's saying yes.
Saying yes to what?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what you asked her, but...
Oh, yes, you did. Maybe it's that fish on the wall. I don't know what you say. Yes, you did. But that's cool. Thank you for getting through. But they're both together. That's one thing your son said. Yes, Mom. Don't worry. I promise you, we're both together, and we're healthy, and we're fine, and we love you. And
about the fish.
About the fish on the wall. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's funny. And did they used to play pool? For some reason, or did they have the magic 8-ball? Because I see something with the 8-ball, or something with a cue ball, or the 8-ball, or was he bald as a jaybird? I don't know, but I just started seeing something with an 8-ball, whatever that means. Okay, what do we got?
I'm not sure what this is, but I'm gonna tell you about it. It says from Carol Grinrod Brandamarte.
Carol Grinrod, whatever the rest of your name, Brandamarte.
She says, "Will Rocket Man be coming around soon?"
Absolutely. Will the Rocket Man be coming around soon? Absolutely. That goes without saying. Like, who doesn't know that? And if he doesn't, just play Elton John, Rocket Man. that affirmation will help bring on the Rocket Man. That's so funny.
I have.
What do we got?
Donna Adair Cole Bellavo.
Hold on a second. Donna Adair Cole. All right, hold on to her question. All right, now I do this every once in a while, and I'm going to start to do this once every show if I can remember. I just want you to know that there's somebody pulling through it. It's for somebody out there in the audience who's listening right now. But I'm getting that you went to a fountain, all right, and you threw change into the fountain. You threw coins into the fountain, and you were wishing for a very strong affirmation from one of your loved ones who passed away, and you wanted to send your prayers out there to them, and you wanted to get a message specifically from your loved one, and they want you to know that we know that you threw the coin into the fountain. You know, it's like where you make a wish, you say a prayer, and you throw your money into the fountain. And they said, don't worry, your prayers is going to come true. Your dreams are going to come true. So whether it be about you were asking for them for an affirmation, say, you got to help me out. You were asking for money, or you were asking for some kind of a financial situation. And it might have also had to do with family, if I'm not mistaken. Again, regards to money. But they were also saying, can you please send me a sign? So they just want you to know that I know that you threw money into the fountain and that you were asking for my help. And they said, don't worry, we got you covered. I got you covered. I got your back. And you will be seeing the sign. And this might have already just happened. But whoever this is for, please send in a message or email me or whatever. So like I was saying to you before, if you want to do a session with me, a reading, a gift certificate is awesome to people, who could use some help. If you feel like they could use some healing, have them email me, Artie Hoffman @gmail. You want to.
Eileen J Magana, who we read just before.
Yeah, Eileen Magana.
I threw a coin in a fountain a week ago.
Oh, she just threw a coin in the fountain. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. Thank you for that affirmation. I appreciate it. So yeah, again, if you want the money incense, or if you want a reading from me, or if you want to even have an Artie party. All right, booked out about over a month in advance in regards to having Artie parties. So just, give me a shout, Artie Hoffman @gmail. Check out my website, artiehoffman.com. Share my Facebook Live. Get entered into a free drawing get entered into a drawing to win possibly a free reading. And I just wanted to remind everybody, starting next week, all right, I'm going to be doing Sunday nights, 9 p.m. And next week, I'm going to be in, again, Raleigh. Right now, I'm in Jersey. And next week, I'm going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina again, sharing that magical energy from down south. All right. So
I'm going back to Donna Adair Cole Bellavo.
Donna Adair Cole Bellavo. How you doing, Donna?
She's asking, does my mom have a positive message for me?
Wow.
Obviously, she's deceased.
Yes, of course. She just said, it sounds really crazy what I'm about to say. She says, get off your lazy ass and start doing something about it. So there's something that you're complaining about or something that you're hoping to happen or waiting to happen. And she just told me to tell her to get off her lazy ass and start doing something about it. Stop waiting for other people to pull through. You need to start to pull through. You need to start doing something about it. So hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. And I also want to thank all of you for all your positive feedback, for all your beautiful thoughts in regards to my new picture that I posted up on my Facebook and for my banner. And I got, thank you so much for all your positive comments. That was very thoughtful of you. So thank God for trick photography. No, and Paul Monty out of Pennsylvania. All right, you got to Google him, Paul Monty. He's the one who I told my assistant Alona to put his website as a link of his website on my website so that you could check out, because he's excellent at doing headshots, as you see, and he's so personable, and I feel his prices for the professionalism that you get, and you saw the pictures, and I'm going to use some other pictures for my business cards. I'm making some more business cards up, so that's going to be really cool too. So so Paul Monte, Monte, out of Pennsylvania. He's in Bristol, Pennsylvania. So if you need headshots, of yourself, family, whoever, whatever, he is dynamite and very personal. So I highly recommend him. And I don't make any money off of this. This is not a business for me. I believe in him so much, and he did such a great job by me. I just want to share his professionalism with you guys. So if anybody's in a market to get headshots, I promise you, not only are you going to love Paul, but you're going to love the quality of his professionalism. He's just such a cool guy. All right, what do we got?
This one's a little bit more generic, but it could mean something else.
Okay.
Christine Rudnicki.
Christine Rudnicki, how you doing, Christine?
She says, "Hey Artie, I'm constantly smelling cigarette smoke, even when I'm alone, in different locations, even when no one is around smoking. Is someone trying their presence known to me from the spirit world?"
All right, who is the one that was always the smoker? Who's the one that I'll even make it more obvious? And again, my answer might sound generic, and people might say, "Oh, who couldn't figure that one out?" Who's the one who passed away from a heart? Somebody passed away from lung. Somebody who had emphysema and/or lung cancer. It's this person who's sending you smoke. I want to say it was a female, and I'm getting, if I'm not mistaken, a motherly figure, if I'm not mistaken. And they had a really, really, really hard time talking. I don't know if they had a trach or if they talk with a very strong rasp in their voice. Baby. And I'm getting something about also, I know about the baby that's coming, or I know about the baby that just came, something about the baby. And I'm getting something about the moonlight. So this baby is being born. It was a quarter moon. It wasn't even a full moon. This baby, saying, I know about this baby that's born within the family, or maybe it's your child, but I know about the baby or grandchild, but I know about the baby that's born, and I'm getting that it's an evening where it's a quarter moon. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I just heard Sagittarius. All right, so it has to do with happening. This child is to be born in December, so if it can't relate to it now, or it was born in December, but I just heard Sagittarian baby. So mark my words. What do we got?
This lady keeps checking in, so I'm just going to read her last one. But Stacey Keating Phillips.
Oh, hey Stacey, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, I know her.
She's trying to move to Florida, but
I know you.
Feathers in Florida. What's the meaning?
Feathers in Florida. Fly out to Florida. You don't have to be a psychic to figure that one out. No, I feel very, very strong about you going to Florida. And I really think that it's going to do great by you. Between that, the sunshine, being by the water, that is so 100% you. So, and as a matter of fact, I 100% believe that you are truly going to have love in your life when you go out to Florida. And I feel like it's going to happen like in no time. I really do. I don't I don't feel like you're going to be alone long at all. And I'm willing to say probably within 2 months of you being out there, you're going to end up like in a very good relationship, or within 2 months, it's going to be a relationship that's going to start moving along for you. So, yeah, I feel very positive. And I'll be very happy for you too. So, but don't worry, regardless of where you live, we'll still keep in touch. All right.
I have a Debbie Vossler.
Debbie Vossler. Hey, Debbie.
She says, hey, Artie, trust is a major issue with me. How do I know the man meant for me is genuine when I meet him?
Trust is a big thing in relationships, and I always say if you don't have trust in a relationship, you don't have a relationship. The love could be at a 9, 10, but if the trust is anything less than a 9, because not everyone's pure perfection, but if you don't feel that trust with your partner, then like I said, you don't have a relationship. So trust is, and loyalty and all that, it's very, very important in a relationship. Put it this way, when people who are in your situation, forgiveness is a huge, huge thing. And I've said this quite a few times. If you don't allow yourself to forgive the people who have wronged you, then you're always going to remain stuck. You could forgive the person, you don't have to forgive their actions, but it's important to forgive the person so that you're not carrying that negative seed. Because if you choose not to forgive the person who has wronged you, then they will always have emotional control over your heart and soul. And so that stops you from loving at the highest level of love. You have given that power over to the person who you resent, who has wronged you. You have given them power over you because you stopped allowing yourself to love as wonderful and as high and as great as you are capable of loving. You have stopped doing that because of what someone else did to you. So not only did they screw up your life while you were with them, not only did they have emotional control over you when you were with them, but you're still giving them power because you have stopped loving at the highest level of love that you are capable of loving. So give everybody their merit, all right, as far as love goes, and, and then talk about it. If like I said, you'll know when it's not right. Your heart and soul will know. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. So if you went to a restaurant and you had really bad service or the food sucked, okay, and then the next night you go out to dinner again, what are you going to do? Yell at the waiter or waitress and say, listen, the food better come out right, and you better, accommodate me, because yesterday I was at this other restaurant and the food was cold by the time they got it out, and he was very cranky. It's like you're complaining to the other waiter or waitress about the service you had at another place. Well, when you hold back on somebody, you're doing the same thing. Because of what somebody else did to you in a previous relationship, you're making the new person pay for it, and it doesn't make sense. So what I just gave to you as far as that metaphor in regards to the restaurant, it's ridiculous. But unfortunately, people do that. And not only are you hurting the other person, you're hurting yourself too, because that relationship could be like super phenomenal. So you say, well, how can I tell? How can I trust again? You won't know until you open your heart and to allow yourself to attract that kind of love. So, always say what you do want. Don't say what you don't want. All right? So say, I do wish to have a healthy, loving relationship. I do wish to have an honest, loyal relationship. I wish to have somebody who's a good communicator, someone who loves kids, somebody with good family values, somebody who's a good provider, somebody who cares about me, somebody who is honest, somebody who's trusting. I wish to have somebody who's great in bed. I wish to have somebody who's healthy. Oh, a big one. I wish to have somebody who's available. All right? That's a biggie. Nothing like attracting the right person and they're not available. And not just physically available, but you want them emotionally available. They might be single, but they might not emotionally be available. I wish to have somebody who has a good sense of humor. I wish to have somebody who really cares. Never say, I don't want somebody who's going to cheat on me. I don't want somebody who's lazy. I don't want to take care of somebody else. I want somebody who's a good provider, somebody who is self-sufficient. Say only what you do want, because if your energy of fear is greater than your energy of desire, then that's what you're going to experience. So say what you do want. Don't say what you don't want. All right? And just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So put that energy out there. All right? So, and also be careful about asking for someone specific, because that person might not be able to give you what it is that you want. So ask for the kind of person you want and let God in the universe bring that kind of person to you. But if you keep on attracting crap in your life, the universe is going to keep on testing you. And once you tell God in the universe, listen, I don't want White Castle hamburgers anymore, give me the steak. So when they start throwing you White Castle hamburgers and you finally say no to that, then the universe will take you seriously, and then you're going to start getting the kind of steak that you want. And obviously, I mean that metaphorically. So don't be afraid. And it's worthiness issues. You have to feel that you're worthy to have that kind of relationship. All right? So don't grow comfortable in the uncomfortableness. All right? Allow yourself to receive the kind of love, the kind of life that you always desired. Stay focused upon it. Believe. All right? Allow yourself to get into situations where you're going to be around people who think like you, who like the same things as you, whether you're going dancing, whether you join a community gym. There's lots of things. You love music, you love restaurants, you love museums, you love biking. There's meetup groups. You could do all kinds of things to draw people into your life, or the kind of people that you like. And call up those friends who you haven't heard from in a really long time that you love to hang out with. They had a really good time. Or those relatives that you haven't spoken to in a while. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. But if you just stay at home, or if you don't try, or, hey, listen, self-pity is not going to buy you crap. So what do we got?
I have a message from Denise Hansel Wolf.
Denise Hansel Wolf. Hi, Denise.
She's just telling you that the last reading that you had said sounded like it was for me. My mom had all the problems that you mentioned, and I'm a Sagittarius. And there's also a baby on the way. Does that even happen?
Yes. Does that even happen? Yes, that is definitely for you. And that does happen. So how cool is that? So, the specifics were the answers were so specific. This is like, I don't even feel like you have to think about it. That's definitely for you. How cool is that? I wasn't even trying for you, and yet, boom, it came right to you. So you were meant to have that. I love when this crap happens. But that's good stuff.
Let's see. We have Candace Nicole Smith.
Candace Nicole Smith. How you doing, Candace?
Hey, Artie. My Aunt Tess passed away in 2006.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Does she have any messages for her sister, which is my grandmother? They were very close. I'd love to relay a message to her. Her birthday is on the 1st of September, I guess.
Okay.
So, but her Aunt Tess is the one that passed away.
Yeah, I'm getting. I keep on seeing like a nun, so I'm getting like they were very spiritual. They were very religious, and I do know that they are together. What she just said was, I want you to get a collage of a bunch of family pictures and make like a really nice painting. Not a nice painting, but a nice project, putting all the family pictures together and writing funny sayings around it. And this is what she's saying for you to do. She said that would be really, really nice. So as a matter of fact, that's not just good advice for you. That's good advice for everyone who's listening. So if you go through old memorabilia and you go to all the cool pictures that you really love and appreciate, create a collage. And that would be really cool, and you write, cute sayings or funny sayings, and it would also be a great idea to create a dream board for yourself. And a dream board is when you take pictures from magazines. I'm sorry, my nose was itchy. You take pictures from magazines and create a beautiful picture with all the pictures. You put yourself in there, put a picture of yourself right in the middle of your dream board, and you paste or tape or stick all these pictures. You could put a picture of an airplane if you want to travel. Put a picture of a yacht. Put a picture of a really nice car. Put a picture of dollar signs, of a perfect body, of health, of family, of kids. Whatever you want. Create this dream board of the kind of life that you want. And you put it in a place where you're going to see it on a regular basis. And so this is you telling the universe, this is what I want. And it's going to happen. So we're going to end our show right now. And I just wanted to tell everybody that, you know, if you want, I'm telling you, it's the bomb. If you want the money incense, or if you want a reading from myself in person or over the phone, I'm in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Feel free to give me a call, and I'll tell you my rates. 732-778-7173. If you want to have an Artie party, that's always a lot of fun. It's great talking to you guys. Also go to Artie Hoffman at Gmail. Just also want to give another reminder that starting next week is going to be Sundays on 9 p.m. Going to be doing my Facebook Live for you guys. Share my Facebook, all right? Share my Facebook Live, and you can get entered into a drawing. And like my Instagrams, I do Instagrams every morning with angel messages. So if you go to my Facebook pages of Angels in Answer or Artie Hoffman, you'll see an angel message there for the day. So if you could just like it and become a part of it, that would be really cool. So I'm always sending my love and positive energy to you guys. So from my mouth to God's ears, may God bless all of you with lots of love, health, happiness, and prosperity. Keep on believing in the Holy Spirit. Keep the faith going. Believe in your angels. They're always around you. All you have to do is ask. Start your day off by saying, thank you for all the beautiful miracles in my life today. Thank you for watching over my family. Thank you for blessing them who's going through surgery. You know, thank you for bringing love into my life. Thank you for creating harmony and balance in my relationship. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be with your, family, friends, whatever, at work. Thank you for bringing in prosperity into my life. Thank you for opening up all the new doors in my life. Whatever it is you want, just ask your angels to intervene into your life and ask the Spirit to come in. So God bless all of you. Until next Sunday, 9 p.m., I look forward to seeing you guys. Goodbye, everybody.